India sent a spacecraft to Mars on its very first attempt. Only one other country in history has ever managed that on a first try. The mission cost less than the Hollywood movie Gravity, a film about astronauts in space. A nation once dismissed as too poor for space exploration just became one of the most efficient space programs on Earth. This is the full story of how India built a space superpower on a shoestring budget. From bullock carts carrying rocket parts to landing near the far side of the moon. India's space program began in 1962 with almost no money and almost no infrastructure. Early rocket components were transported to the launch site on bicycles and bullock carts because there were no proper roads. The first rocket was assembled inside a church in Thumba, Kerala, because India had no dedicated facility. Scientists worked out of tin sheds with equipment carried in on the heads of local fishermen. Despite this, India launched its first satellite, Aryabhata, in 1975. By the 1980s, India was building its own rockets instead of relying on other nations. The foundation laid in poverty became the platform for one of the most efficient space agencies in history. In 2013, India announced it would attempt to reach Mars. Many international scientists doubted India could succeed on a budget of just $74 million. NASA's Mars mission launched the same year cost over $670 million, 9 times more. On September 24, 2014, India's Mangalyaan entered Mars orbit successfully. India became the only country in the world to reach Mars on its very first attempt. The mission cost less per kilometer than the average auto rickshaw ride in Mumbai. India's ambitions did not stop at Mars. The moon was next. In September 2019, Chandrayaan-2's lander, Vikram, lost contact moments before touching the lunar surface. The mission had failed within sight of success, and the nation watched scientists fight back tears live on television. Instead of giving up, ISRO rebuilt the mission from scratch with 3 years of relentless testing. On August 23, 2023, Chandrayaan-3 successfully landed near the moon's south pole. India became the 4th country ever to land on the moon, and the first country to land anywhere near the lunar south pole. The South Pole region is considered the most valuable site on the moon because it may contain frozen water. The entire Chandrayaan-3 mission cost less than $75 million, roughly the same as one Bollywood blockbuster film. So how does India build space missions for a fraction of what other countries spend? ISRO designs spacecraft components in-house instead of outsourcing to expensive foreign contractors. Indian engineers are paid a fraction of what equivalent engineers earn at NASA or the European Space Agency. ISRO reuses proven rocket designs and avoids unnecessary redesign costs between missions. The result is a space agency that delivers world-class missions at costs no other country has matched. ISRO has quietly become one of the world's most trusted commercial launch providers. India has launched over 430 foreign satellites for more than 30 countries, including the United States, France, and the United Kingdom. In 2017, a single Indian rocket launched 104 satellites in one flight, a world record at the time. Countries that cannot afford their own space program now rely on India to get their satellites into orbit. What began as a nation seeking help from other countries has become a nation that other countries depend on. India is now preparing Gaganyaan, its first mission to send Indian astronauts into space on an Indian rocket. If successful, India will become only the 4th country to independently launch humans into orbit. In 2023, India also launched Aditya L1, its first mission dedicated to studying the Sun. India has announced plans for its own space station by 2035 and a crewed moon landing by 2040. ISRO is also preparing a mission to return samples from Mars and study Venus's atmosphere. India's space economy is projected to grow to $44 billion by 2033, attracting private investment at record speed. A country once told it had no business going to space is now teaching the world how to do it efficiently. India did not just join the space race. India is redefining what is possible on a fraction of the budget. Every major spacefaring nation now studies how India does more with less. From bullock carts to the moon's south pole, this is the story of a nation that refused to be told no. The next chapter of India's space journey has only just begun.